Hey everyone, this will be a quick video this Saturday afternoon. So I am sure we've all seen that clip of Larry King saying the Second Amendment was started by 7 senators to ward off slave uprisings. And this was his reasoning as to why he thought the Second Amendment should be repealed. Now, obviously, there is far more to say about the Second Amendment than just this, and this is a gross oversimplification of the inspiration for the Second Amendment. But I just want to point something out. Slavery was a government institution. It just seems a bit ironic that Larry King would criticize the Second Amendment when, if the Second Amendment had been extended to slaves, slavery may have ended much sooner than it did in the US. That is speculation, I admit, but when Larry King says this, it's almost as if he wished slaves had owned firearms in the US, and I would agree with him completely. Ownership of firearms can at least make those in power think twice. But obviously slaves were prohibited from owning weapons all over the US. And why was this? Of course it was to prevent any ability for these oppressed people from fighting back. So this is just odd, and if anyone can provide clarity, I would like to hear it. Larry King says the Second Amendment should be repealed and goes on to say its inspiration was to quell uprising from people who were oppressed by the US government. But when people today insist they be able to keep their firearms in case the US government becomes more tyrannical than it already is, all of a sudden this is a big issue involving dim-witted people, I guess? Sorry, Larry King, perhaps it's just me, but you seem to be contradictory here. Should slaves have been allowed to arm themselves? I think Larry and I agree that yes, they should have. So why do we have a disagreement now over whether the common person should be allowed to arm themselves? Is our government now far more trustworthy than it ever was? I think we all know the answer to that.